Okay.
Okay, they're joining. Never done this before, so we're going to see how this works.
Can you see me?
Hi, Kathleen.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Annie.
My audio is going in and out, so
That's okay. Nice to see you in your blanket.
thank you.
Snoopy.
Oh, Snoopy.
Yeah, a friend of QVC for the anniversary of the launch. And it's a
wonderful.
Berkshire blanket. They're very soft, and they're made here in New England.
That's why I mentioned it. It looks like it's comfy.
Yep.
Where did you go, Annika? There you are.
Hi.
Hello, my dear.
How are you
How
doing?
I'm fine,
Good.
thank you. How do I look?
Wonderful. Everybody's holding up pretty good. Everybody looks spectacular.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. My hair dye is just gone.
I think my hair is this long since high school.
Oh yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
This is why I have this bouffon. It's it's because it's definitely grown.
Once everything goes back to somewhat normal, you can imagine that it's going to be like weeks to be able to get like an appointment to get your hair cut, get your nails done, all of that stuff, massages.
Yeah, I have a friend who runs a hair salon not too far from here, and she's expecting a surge.
I bet. Oh,
Yeah.
And
I hope it'll save them.
colorist
Yeah.
and nails and yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah. I think the beach is definitely going to be calling me. That
Oh,
will be one of the first things I'll answer.
Yeah. Although I have to try. That's okay.
Broadway's calling me.
Oh, I bet, right? Oh, you would. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh,
I just managed to sneak in there in February. I got to see a Soldiers play. Unfortunately, they didn't get to have their closing night, but they managed to get I think they were only a week away from closing before they shut down Broadway. I managed to get to see it.
Rave reviews. I heard rave.
Oh, it was spectacular.
Cool.
I totally recommend it if it comes back. And also to another play that I recommend if it ever does a tour, is called Slave Play. And it's really weird because it's you think it's one thing, and then when you actually get there, you're sitting there, you're like, wow, this is uncomfortable. What am I watching? And then you get to the next act and you're like, okay, I understand what I'm watching now, but wow, this is uncomfortable. But it's still one of those type of, if you like theater, straight drama, I totally recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, try not to interrupt. I definitely think it's that is the purpose of theater, isn't it?
I think so.
To affect us, and maybe not, in the most positive ways. Sometimes it's like I'm gagged watching a play. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Where where it was so visceral. Like what was happening was this guy had his face was being pushed into a pile of dog crap on tape, and so yeah, exactly. And it was visceral. So and I could smell it myself. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Dean. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Of course.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Not kind enough.
That's not true.
You for eating.
Good to see you.
Oh, what do you got there? It's nice to see you as well. I see booze over there, Kathleen.
I saw nothing.
I saw nothing. Oh yes. What is it?
Barefoot, crisp white spritzer.
White spritzer. Well done. Well,
thank you.
I think this will say it backwards or something, won't it?
Keep something. Can you move it closer? Oh, there you go.
Coffee.
There you go.
Perfect.
I already did that.
I thought it was going to be backwards, but no. Yeah. So in lieu of that, I'm going to take a sip.
Oh, we just lost.
Where did you go?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Someone switched the video on and no one was there.
It was Sean. I saw Sean's name anyhow. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had
You can choose to have your video or not, and I guess Sean decided not to
He doesn't want to
Go
share.
on videos. So
That's
let
fair.
me know via the chat box and we'll see about that. So
That's so
see
cool.
here.
This is so new to me, but I have to say, hi,
Wanna get-
Sean. I
There you
don't
go.
see your face, my friend, but I can hear you. Oh, to be fair, my face breaks cameras, is what David Bax says. So I'm just a listening, he says. And thank you for writing it in phonetic, David, because yeah, I can't read for beans. So well done. Sorry, that just tickles me because he gets me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So Anna, you have a
So,
lovely
oops,
map.
we have another person with no video. Okay, there we go.
There we are. You have this
There we
lovely
are.
map.
Okay, they were having trouble with
I've
audio, so
got
now
one.
we're back up. Okay.
Does it on and off when people come in? Because mine keeps going.
Yes, it does. There we go. Okay, I don't know how this happened, but there we are. Okay, we got all screens up now. Does
I love
anyone
it.
have some questions for Dean?
I saw you.
Are you behaving yourself?
I'm self-isolating. I sure am. I'm behaving myself like it's 1999.
Well, you know, it's funny because somebody said roles have reversed because now I'm yelling at my mother went out the other day. She's 89, so I'm yelling at her and I'm staying indoors.
And
Oh, yeah.
wash your hands. Make sure you use soap and water. Sing happy freaking birthday twice. Yeah,
Yep.
no, I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to say that I'm grateful for being alone, like sort of just reliant and responsible for myself.
Yep.
But I do find it a little bit lonely, just because we're all maybe it's just me, but I'm on like a roller coaster of emotions all the time, like all the time. Like it's and
Go
all
ahead.
I can do is limit myself to the moment, to actually just this breath and this sip of coffee and this conversation, like that's kind of what's going on.
Yeah, it's almost like Mother Nature forced us to have hit a reset button and be more mindful.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing around the world, like all those clear skies and all the countries that are so full of pollution.
I truly believe that, and as much as this may be naive to think, but I think that there's going to be something coming out of this that's positive. And whether it's, new solutions to problems that we all have globally, or just even the united understanding of this shared experience of all having to deal with our own mental capacities, our own self-reliance and responsibility, and the care and nurturing that we give to our loved ones. And there's a lot of lessons that are going on. What do you think, Sean?
And it's been interesting.
I'm actually in a
See
moving
how
vehicle. That's
people
why I'm
are
muted.
getting ways to socialize since you can't actually.
That's funny. Sean is driving and on our live feed. This is why he has
Hi,
no photo. He's just trying to listen. Oh, that's so fun. This is really a great format. This is engaging to me. Are you guys, I really like this.
Well, we decided to go with Zoom, so we had the option to have the chat so people could put their posts. If they don't want to do the audio, for those listening, don't want to be on the video/audio, they can send a typewritten question and I'll share it here on video and do an answer. Let me know via chat. I'm going to be checking that routinely here. It's right over in the bottom under the more button. So.
Okay, I missed Dax's question. He printed something out. I was in the middle of a conversation with Kathleen, I believe. I'm bad with names, guys. I remember you though. As she mixes her drink.
No,
No, there's vodka in there.
please. The vodka's in the kitchen.
It's in my belly. I've also found that that I'm taking this opportunity to do things like, you know, I have such a great opportunity to do a film, you know, in the near future, and so I'm really looking into this character, and the near future being June. It's set for June. We're gonna at least film the first bit of it, and this character has had an accident, and he's yeah, I can't say too much, but he's sort of living the scruffy look when my director needs it. So I get to grow my hair, and I'm not even supposed to shave. I actually trimmed everything down because I didn't like how I looked there. I was a little yeah, furry.
That's what makeup's for.
Right? Oh man. Oh.
They just glue it on there.
I mean, and once my you know, once my appearance started going a long time ago, I found that, you know, all of my vanity was really just insecurity all covered up. Hi, Julie Wright.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Right on. I saw the sign above your door, Julie. What does it say? Cafe party? I like all of those seeing things behind me. What do you think of all this stuff? I tried to set it all up.
Yes, thank you for setting it up. Whoops.
You're good.
Oh, we have another
It's a
person
lip sign.
joining with no video. There we go. Okay.
I'm
There we
Julie.
are. Hi, Julie.
It says Cafe Pay, Paix.
And
Must
what
be
does that
French, brothers. Cafe Pay, Paix.
Yeah.
It's gotta be French.
Apparently French. I only
Nope.
kiss that way. Oh, sorry.
Been a
I
long
do,
time.
you know, I have, yeah, for a while, right? I hear that.
Too long.
What was it? What is it? It's called, non, on parle du français un petit peu. That's all I got. Or I could do it with a little more French accent, like on parle du français un petit peu.
Never took French in school, so
No?
nope. Just did basic English.
Basic English, that's fine. Did you guys have to do any second language?
Not really when I was in school. It was optional.
I see. Yep.
Now
My option
you
was,
have
my
to
option
pick
was to be
French
playing
or
pool.
something, but not anymore.
I think my option was to either get into a scrap or drink too much or play too much billiards. Yeah, because I wasn't much into the education thing. Probably because I was not very good at it. Hey, Sean, I keep seeing that square box and I worry as you drive. How are you?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, I hear that.
You can hear them. Just don't be texting.
Steve, yeah. So yeah, that film is called Four Brothers, and that's four fathers, Four Brothers. I did another one called Blood Brothers a long time ago with Rick Faraci. Oh goodness. You remember Rick, Kathleen?
Of course.
Yeah.
Very much missed.
Yes. Oh, very much missed. Rick
Yeah.
was in Time Cop. He'd done a lot of movies. He was also the world champion, ice and brick breaking champion. I believe it was style karate.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a good dude.
Yeah. Really, really sweet guy.
And smacked me around like I was a little little doll. He was just so funny. Oh, hey, look, I got my what do you call them? They're the trading cards that I got from Upper Deck. They made a card of me. Hi, I
Is that
saw
what-
you again. of this the young Bill Mulder from the X-Files, and it's like a picture of. See it?
Nope.
Just a minute. We have a flip
Nope.
screen here. There we go.
There you are, Laura. All right. So this is the back of it, and it basically says you won, you know, this thing, and it's personalized by Dean Aylesworth, who was that guy long ago, young Bill Mulder. So it's kind of cool.
Nice.
And they,
Yeah.
isn't that neat? And I haven't signed these ones.
very
These
neat.
are, yeah, these are things that I'm going to give to my, you know, my family members. My brother, I promised to give to him one. Yeah, and then I got my daughter, of course. And then here's the other one. And I guess they're kind of, well, it's certainly flattering to me, but they're kind of coveted, supposedly. I don't really understand why. Maybe because they're rare or something.
Have they done one for you for Stargate?
How's that?
Do
Have they done
have
one for you for Stargate?
Are they doing any more? No, not
For,
that I'm aware of.
Yes, she's asking if they're doing any for Stargate, for your character of Anubis in Stargate, I think.
I would
Yeah.
sure love them to do that, but I'm not aware of a campaign from Upper Deck. Maybe there's a different trading card company that does it, and I'd be happy to
Yeah.
be part of that, of course.
I've seen the box for the movie, and I think they got some of the series included, but I haven't been able to get my hands on that yet.
Cool. Well, David Bax said that there is some Stargate trading cards. I know I've actually signed some at a couple
Yes,
conventions.
I've seen them too, yes.
Yeah, and with my likeness on it and everything, not just the Anubis sort of, you know,
Yeah.
monster guy. It was actually me, so I was quite flattered by that as well. Yeah, I've never.
And
What's that?
Sean
On?
has a quick question.
Okay.
Sean wants to know, what was your favorite part of filming the film Half Breed?
My favorite part, I'm gonna get money. Was, I don't know, just the whole passing it on, sort of the bug. My daughter was there, and see, I'd fallen off this roof, and I shattered my right foot, and I fell like 35 feet, and oh, you know, my life was kind of over. You know, I had no money, I was completely bankrupt, and I just, you know, but my film community came together, and my
Coffee.
yeah, and my my bloodline, you know, was revealed. That kind of was the biggest pleasure of that, to get that support unconditionally. No one asked for any money, no one asked for anything, and my daughter was there, you know, and I was bankrupt and going through all this other stuff at the same time, and I just yeah, I loved it for that. If that's not too mushy. I didn't cry, did I?
And just so you all know, we're going to include a link in the website under this video that's going to be recorded, so people can go watch that film. So.
Ooh, good call. David, have you borrowed anything from any of the, sorry, I couldn't
Any of
read
the
it fast enough.
projects you have done? Yes. Let me go back to the chat here, Dean. It moved too fast. Okay. It's, have you borrowed anything from any of the projects you worked on?
Have I got anything from them? Like, do I have anything that I own?
No, like, have you found anything that was applicable from them as you move forward, I think is the question. Like basically tools in your tool belt from what you've learned working on Stargate, the X-Files, Supernatural, etc.
Yeah, I think that's a great elaboration of that same question. Thank you, Anna. I think so. I think I have most certainly taken at least some of the exuberance of young Agent Mulder and his his inquisitive nature for the truth and sometimes finding it. That's certainly been my experience as well. And it's Anubis for sure. In that, there's this understanding taking on something pompous, right? Right? Something pompous that's like maybe a little overbearing, a little, and playing with it, which was really kind of what I, enjoyed with Anubis, was because he was evil and didn't have any compulsion to apologize for it, or he had no problem with it really, and so with that, I kind of went, well, there's a power in that, whether it's a naivete or whatever, that maybe it's a I don't know, a fighting off of the authority figure, the man that says, no, you know what, you're not going to beat me down. It's like the Cool Hand Luke scene, where he's not going to give up, and he's just not going to give up his spirit and his thing, and that's where where it kind of chronologically, yes, that's absolutely, David. I'm sorry. I completely have taken that, and yeah, I believe that every one of these roles, these gifts that I've been given to explore my art, has had something of a nugget, something of a thing, whether it's a lesson or I don't know, but I hope that I absorb it each and every time. I know I enjoy it. Yeah, and I'm blessed because of it. So, yeah. And that kind of, brings me to this place where the gray hairs, I'm letting it out a little bit more, and, and the whatever else, because like I was saying before, I found that all of that vanity was really insecurity just covered up, with a laugh or a giggle or and that's fine, because levity is really a very helpful thing, especially if we're, all going through the stuff that we're all going through, which is grief and isolation and loneliness and happiness. We're sometimes elated. Worst prank you ever pulled on set? Sorry, I had to read it at the same time. Worst prank? I don't think I've ever pulled any pranks. It's not that I'm not a prankster. It's that I kind of scare people. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I can't. It's like I can engage in that, and certainly in humorous places. I don't know. I guess I always do silly things when it comes to still pictures and photos that they got to take. So if they got to do like a makeup match, like I'm sure you've all seen this sort of, the Anubis makeup, right? Well, as I'm standing there against the wall, I'll do that, and then I'll give them one of these or something. That's probably the extent of my prank. Sorry, David. Hi, Julie. You back?
Hello. Oh, I've
Where'd
been
you
here.
go?
Oh, I want
Oh, yeah.
more coffee.
Nice. More coffee. Drink coffee.
yeah.
Stay calm. That's what that one says. Keep calm and drink coffee. And yours says Star Wars. Well done. Oh, Ed. David says he's a tea person. He's too Aussie.
I'm a tea person too.
Are you, Lynn?
Yes.
Of course, I'm a Brit. I have to be a tea person.
Two lumps or one?
No lumps at all. No sugar in my tea.
You say cream of milk?
Oh, milk, darling, of course. Only milk.
Right. That's cool. And then David says, the queen appears to kick your butt. I said, what? I didn't understand. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
I see you and your ceiling. It's so nice to see your smiling face. How is everything going during this pandemic? How is your family?
They're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yay!
kind of bored, but they're making.
Right.
They can't go out. They can't go play basketball, but.
Right, and I know you're a big sports fan. Yeah, so I mean, there's got to be a lot of stuff that's just not happening right now that you go, okay, great. Well, what? Should I do a push-up now? Like, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
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 I mean, we were literally watching two NBA players play 2K on ESPN. So that's what it's come to.
Or I've resorted to watching classics. Old classics, like old games, with Ken Dryden, and we used to play for the Montreal Canadiens. It's like way back, like in the 80s, I think, or something. Yeah. So I've been watching some of those things, and then really kind of getting into, when I fell off that roof, right, I was pretty much exactly as we all are now. I was isolated. I was, insecure about future, all the rest of the sort of things. And everything was just moment to moment, day to day. But I had to have my one foot up with no weight for 3 months, and then have another operation, and 1 foot up for 3 months. And I had to do that 7 times in a row for 18 months straight. And doing that, I found this, I call it mental school, if you will, or sanity school, or I don't know, but to find the positive in all of these moments, you know what I mean? All of this, because there's real stuff going on, and I'm not trying to bring it all up and make everyone feel icky, because that's not where I'm going. It's about those things happened. It's real, and we are the living experience afterwards. And isn't it better to live in my certainly experience in a happy way, even if it's self-manufactured happiness, you know what I mean? And it's not perpetual. It's not, because that's insanity. I can play that. Yeah. What is David?
Oh, he wants to know if you have any podcasts you listen to from David. David wants to know if you listen to any podcasts.
I really like a buddy of mine. He does this one called MacGyver podcast. I don't remember her name.
Mac Jackson, the Never Get Old podcast, and the MacGyver SG1 podcast.
Yeah,
he has Forever Adventure Network on Facebook.
And he knows all of his ins and outs too. Like he's not a fanatic. He's very precise. He understands his subject matter very well.
Yeah.
I enjoy him because he gets such lovely people on as well. I love Matt. Yeah. And I'm sort of, as far as YouTube is concerned, it's more. I think I've watched a couple times, and sometimes I don't feel very happy with their politics. So I kind of, you know what I mean. And it's not a personal thing. It's just that, I don't want the controversy. I'm not really down, for the BS, right? I think what we're all doing by taking some responsibility for our own lives and, for our own existence, is really kind of the game, And this is why Anna came up with the idea of trying to offer something, of an alternative, in because we're all at home. What are we gonna do?
Yep.
So I thought it was quite ingenious. Yeah. And I want to thank Anna for making it free as well. It's a
Yes, we decided this Wednesday to just release this public. If anyone does want to donate, we have a Patreon account, Collaboration Comic Con at Patreon. The funds go to support the guests and also to support a COVID-19 United Way fund that provides meals for people in quarantine around the world. And also a little bit goes to support the tech and the platform side of things. But that's what our Patreon is set up for. And it's all there on patreon.com. We also still have tickets available for sale if someone wants to buy them. but that's where the funds are going for this event. But we just decided to release it public so that everyone could enjoy it and then just pay if they'd like to via Patreon or the website collaborationcomicconvention.com.
I just thought it was really sweet to make it free because, yeah, I mean, really, it is more about donation. You know what I mean? And that, you know, that's so great. So well done. Because we're all in hard times. You know, all of us. I mean, you know, I got a friend of mine. He's another actor, and everyone would think, oh yeah, we're all rich. You know, we're all. You know, he's got like a month to be able to get by, and you know, he's very concerned, you know, with his finances and with all the rest of this sort of stuff, just like everybody else is, who's doing whatever they can between their passion, you know, like as actors, you know, a friend of mine, well, Sean actually mentioned it to me earlier, saying that it's the starving artist thing, and I was like, yeah. And then he kind of put it into even a deeper perspective of saying, well, you know, that this is a sense of sacrifice that we all get so we can have that human experience empathy. And I thought that was quite insightful. Yeah. What's with the hand? What are you saying? You telling me to wrap it up? Was that you, Anna? Or were you scratching your ear?
No, I had my mask came undone. I'm wearing this to remind people to wear them because people are not wearing them where I live. So it's like, we had someone die recently because of the spread in public. So yeah. Yeah.
We have a lot of cases here because people are not wearing their masks or gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the news the other day, and there were like, there's a teacher up the street from me at a school, and then like a whole cluster in my town. I don't know where, but.
In Australia, the spread's mostly kind of contained, so still wear it. I haven't been out much, he says. David says that, yeah. And, you know, it's not like it's forced. It should be, but, you know, wow, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know how to, you know, sort of wrap my head around that. It's just like, I think we should all sorry, but I think we should all be responsible. Like, what's the problem here? You know, and I'm not saying, hey, everybody wear gloves and, you know, but holy shit. Come on.
If you go out in public to the grocery store, I agree. But if you're just sitting at home binge watching TV, then
at home, not so much. Exactly, right? And with your loved ones, no. But yes, if you're gonna go out and interact, even freaking buying some gas, I go put a stupid mask on. Have you seen those photos?
Don't throw them down in the parking lot. Throw them in the trash can. Is it that hard?
Oh, and you know, I'm definitely not down with the whole plastics thing. You know what I mean? I believe that all of this is a reaction of Mother Nature. You know, she's saying, "Hey, look, you guys need to settle the frick down. You need to, you know." And she's talking to me as much as she's talking to everybody else. You know what I mean? I hear her on a regular basis because they say if you imbibe in marijuana, you're at the same frequency of Mother Nature. And because I've got this bad foot. That's my painkiller. Instead of they had me all hopped up in all of these painkiller drugs, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And because I live here in Canada, I'm very grateful for it not only being recreationally legal, but as a medicinal medicine. It's recognized many years ago. So I've been imbibing in that. But yeah, seriously, they say that on that same level, you. It's a frequency, they say. You know, who knows? Maybe it's just when they're high. Are you smoking that right there? Is it a left-handed cigarette, Julie?
Cigarette.
Okay, just a cigarette.
I'm out of the other.
I used to love my cigarette. What kind you got there? Is it a Marlboro?
Actually, it's a Eagle 20s. It's a generic.
That's fair. My grandmother used to roll them herself. It was like,
Marlboros are too expensive. How much are they up there in Canada now? Because last time I was up there, they were $12 a pack for just Marlboros.
Yeah,
so
the Marlboro guys
10 years ago.
Exactly. They were $15 a pack when I quit.
Ouch.
And that was over 10 years ago. Yeah.
Ouch. What are they, $20 a pack now?
Probably.
I'm sure. They're probably $20 a pack.
Damn.
It's silly. Yeah, it's silly. I just, I found myself saying, hey, man, you know what? I just don't want to fight for it anymore. I'd rather fight for these other things. I'd rather exert, and just for myself, you know what I mean? I'd rather exert this little energy that I got left fighting for, my own positive outlet and instead of fighting people who supposedly, and I'm sure they did love me, telling me I shouldn't smoke. You know what I mean? Because I thought that was like badgering. That they were
I
looking
get it every day.
down their nose at me. So that they were looking down their nose at me, and no, it was they were loving me or trying to. You know what I mean? And I
They
wasn't
just
letting
want
them.
what's best for you.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, I'm old enough
sure.
to make my own decisions. If I want to quit, then I'll quit. But if I don't,
Absolutely.
then I'll keep on smoking.
Absolutely.
I'm with you, Julie.
Yep.
What's
Oh,
that?
absolutely. And I'll sit right next to you. Yeah. But I'll drink the Corona. You can smoke. Yeah. I'll probably pull out a joint if we're still here in Canada. Yeah. And
So does
smoke that with
anyone-
you.
If only.
Yeah. Right.
I've been
And
out.
Dean, can you tell us a little bit about your upcoming projects?
Oh,
Just
goodness.
because I know we only have a little bit left of this time frame for the meeting. Sorry, guys.
This is just one. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I've got lots of projects, so that's kind of where it's like, okay. So yeah, I have to focus. The biggest one right now is called.
Man, I want your opinion on something.
Oh, we got someone who's
Now-
coming in.
Oh.
We
Yeah,
have
your
a new
phone.
person admitted. Okay, there we go.
Uh,
Coming in, so
All you
Good,
want to
I'm
do is
glad.
look at a
in the
picture
Sorry.
audio
and
thing.
say if it's like similar, like it could be in a similar thing.
if they're popping in or
See,
something.
now look at
So
that.
what I was saying is the
Yeah.
Louis Riel
Mhm.
story, which is the life and times of Louis Riel, who is my
Mhm.
first cousin, 3 generations removed, the leader of the Métis
Now,
people
I'm not
here
saying
in
it's a
Canada,
match. I'm saying that it's like
established the
similar, if
province
it
of
is.
Manitoba. He was
It's got, like-
hanged for treason. He was the first Indigenous man
It's
to
similar,
be
definitely similar.
Okay.
House
Both of those are
Parliament.
radios.
Mhm.
He was a hero, and
Right.
I
And
Okay.
these
want
are-
to tell that
Just
story,
this
and I
right
have
here
Mhm.
some help with it, and I'm very
was a
grateful. for all
toy
of that.
radio
It's now a matter of-
designed for kids. It
Yeah,
was like
all
a
of the
military
windows are
backpack.
as they are.
Mhm.
Is it
They
possible?
use that as the
to-
backpack for the sand troopers in Star Wars.
Yeah, hard for
Oh,
Dean.
Okay. So
Here,
it's
there
the
we go.
same thinking
No.
people, right?
Someone's
And
got
this is a
something going
radio,
on with
so
the news in the
I'm
background.
thinking
Yeah,
that-
I'm muting it, Dean. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. I think
Oh,
we're
there we
good.
go.
I think there was
That's
a
okay.
radio. Something was weird. Okay.
It worked. I think
There
yes.
we go. I
Thank
had to
you.
go in and find out what was going on.
You know what? It was probably Sean getting out of the truck. That's what it is. Kind of blame it on Sean.
Okay, I'm going
Everyone
to try to
else
put people back on. It looks like the person who had it, they had their radio on, so I'm going to go in and fix it for them now that that's off. There
Thank
we
you,
go.
though. And then
There we
so there's that project, and then I'm doing another one. I'm doing a pitch to Warner Brothers executives. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
And hi. I was just telling them about this project that I'm doing a pitch for the Warner Brothers executives for a Batman nemesis character. Have you ever heard of Ra's al Ghul?
I have not, but this sounds really cool.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go to them, and I'm gonna by the neck. I'm gonna shake them like you can shake Ra's al Ghul, and I will get them to give me this movie.
Mhm.
But he's on live right now.
Oops.
And
Do
And I
they know
think
who you
Vanessa-
are? Do they know
Kathy,
who you are?
what do
Do
you
they know
think?
who you are? Are
Here
you-
we
are
go
you
again.
talking
Okay,
with
just
them?
a moment.
no, I don't even know how to work the Zoom thing, but
Sorry, Dean.
I wanna-
Just a moment
I
here.
want to see. I think Vanessa Aylesworth is supposed
You
to be
can
on
chat.
either today or
You can
tomorrow.
chat.
I think you
Well,
can.
why don't you let them know who you are?
Well, I
There we go. Okay, let's try that. Can you hear that, Dean? Okay.
There you are. Hi, Annika.
There we are. Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
And then what else do I have? What else do I have, Anna? Sherlock Holmes.
See, we're putting a link to the Half-Breed, and then also you're working on a Sherlock Holmes mini-series. We're working a little bit on a project there. So, yeah. So.
This is my first sojourn into just really producing and taking a small acting role. I'm really excited.
Wow. Sounds good, Dean.
Can't wait to see it.
And then one more question.
Okay.
Sean wants to know if Mr. Somebody, any ideas on it being expanded into a series? Sean asked.
That's a great question. You know, well, how's that?
Cover your mouth.
Yeah.
I try to be pretty tough, right?
Cough into your elbow.
Exactly. Yeah, sneeze in your elbow. What was the question? I was distracted there. Something spoke, Bert.
Stop it! Stop it!
Here, I'll put my hat on. Yeah.
Don't touch
And
your
that
face.
way you don't have to look at that bad hair. Oh, no? There. How's the hair now? It's probably really bad. I got a box of things here. I've got like photos and old demo tape and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that on the next panel thingy. But we'll continue.
Yes, and just so everyone knows, it's online right now. If you can contact us via email at collaborationcomicconvention@gmail.com and send me your email link, or you can go directly to our page on Facebook. Dean's doing an interview around 6:15 tonight, Central Standard Time, that you can all join in here, and we can do that live. We're going to be going over your work and future projects. And then also after that, this evening at 9:15 Central Standard Time, we have Eric Brecker of Stargate SG Run, the Scary Movie 3, and I have the list. Of Godzilla, and he will be on as well with a live group chat. So if you guys want to join in part with that, we will have that, and then you can go to our website, collaborationcomicconvention.com, or to our page on Facebook, or join our group, and we will have links to all the live activities as well as the pre-recorded interviews, which will be on tomorrow and the next day. And then we're also doing a weekend of this next weekend, but that is still being released, so there will be updates to next weekend's schedule. So, but thank you all for joining. Does anyone have any final questions before we close this out? I'm going to check the chat box real quick here. And sorry for the audio issues. We're still trying to work this out. So if you want to get in touch, you can get in touch via collaborationcomicconvention@gmail.com, the Facebook page, or just join us on our website, and we'll input you into our system to be connected. The best way to reach us would be the Facebook page. We have live links on there that you can just click right through to join us on Zoom. Any further questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, you have a good and safe time. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and just before I close, also, Dean has autographs available for sale. If you want to get in touch, you can email us at the convention, and we'll forward that on to Dean so he can send those out to you.
If you want. Thank you,
Dean.
Nice to see all of you. I'm so happy to see your faces. Oh, and to hear your joy and your spirit. Thank you, everybody, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean, for doing this.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's just, it really touches me that you guys are all safe and that you care. And yeah, so I'm glad. We're all in this, and I know it sounds like a freaking soundbite, but, we're all in this together. We really are. And at least we're all having the same experience.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take
I'm glad.
and stay safe.
Evening, guys.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.